Hey, back at the riverbed doing the Koowheel test. I got my Koowheel remote. Road over here, it's about 0.6 miles. We'll be doing a test both in regular mode and pro mode to see how long it takes to accelerate, how like the distance. We'll measure that distance for you guys so you guys can have an idea of how long it takes to get up to top speed in both modes, as well as braking distance in both modes as well. So for right now, just endurance. I have this long riverbed, you know, behind me. I'm gonna go up and down and stuff, see how long I can go. And as you just saw right there, I was able to get up that hill just fine. And this is in regular mode, so definitely be able to get up a little bit better in pro mode. But regular mode, you're able to get that little hill. I know this isn't the most flattering of neighborhoods, or not neighborhoods, I mean the riverbed. Just a lot of homeless people living here, pitching their tents and stuff. There we go, up another hill. It did slow down just a little bit, but still made it up. Definitely better than, you know, push pedaling yourself up the hill. This one's a pretty big hill. I know the boosted board made this hill. You can do it. You can do it. So it just handled that hill like a champ, and I'm gonna use my phone. Oh shit, you know what? I don't have a leveler on my phone. That's only on the iPhones, I forgot. When I had my iPhone 7 Plus, for those of you that don't know, if you go into the compass feature and then you swipe like to the left or right, it'll give you a leveler, and you can use that leveler and lay it on the surface and see what type of grade, you know, if something's level or not. And I wanted to see what percentage grade that was, just to give you guys an idea of how steep that little hill was back there. But it made it up there. So made it to the Angel Stadium here, as you can see. This has happened twice already, but my remote is turning off, and I don't know why it's doing that. One thing though that I do like about this remote and this model is that when it does turn off, and it's blinking fast, so I think I'm actually running out of battery, but when it turns off, it doesn't just stop and throw you off the board. It actually comes to like a gradual stop, which is a good thing. So I like that about this new version. Okay, so I'm taking a break right now because this thing started vibrating, and it just like a continuous vibration. See how it's flashing here? This one's flashing red quickly, that one's flashing quickly, but green, I think that, not 100% sure. I definitely need to read the owner's manual. I don't have it with me right now, so I don't know what these flashing buttons mean. So far I have ridden 4.3 miles, and my top speed is 22 miles per hour. I could definitely go faster than that, but I feel like when I get to a certain point, before I start to get the wobbles, I slow it down, only because I've had a boosted board accident where I fell. And in case you're new to my channel, I fell off going around 22 miles per hour, and I landed on my back. Luckily I was wearing a helmet, but I landed on my back, broke my shoulder blade, and I fractured some bones in my lower back. So I'm definitely not trying to reproduce that accident. So I always want to keep it safe and make sure that I'm on a nice smooth surface like this one is right here. Definitely liking this board. I'm able to go up these hills like a champ. And let's see, I got another like half a mile to ride, so let me go ahead and ride back. Actually now only the middle light is blinking, and pretty rapidly still. it's still green. The red light is still red, but it's no longer blinking super fast. So I think it was that it was overheating, because I did have it in fast mode this last mile or so, and going up the hills and stuff with my fat ass on the board is probably taking its toll on the board and the motors, so probably just needed to cool off. Alright, so I just got home, and just as suspected, the battery is completely dead, so I'm gonna charge it up, see how long it takes. Stopwatch, that's what I need, stopwatch. And time lapse. Alright, so day 2 of the review of the Koowheel board. Right here on your right hand side, you're going to see the line. This is basically the starting point. The board is fully charged now, so I went approximately 6 miles on one full charge with this board, and that's going up and down hills and stuff. So that's something that you can expect, especially for someone weighing as much as I do. I weigh 230 pounds, 232 to 235 pounds. So, acceleration, gonna take off from this point, see how many stalls it takes me. Each stall is 8 feet in width, so we'll calculate it at the end. I'm gonna do it in regular mode, and then I'm gonna do it in pro mode. So first we'll do the regular mode. Alright, so that took me approximately 20 stalls to reach 16 miles per hour. So I think I'm going to run out of room before I can actually reach the top speed in pro mode. So I'm going to go back a few stalls and then start back there. It's into pro mode now. It's in pro mode, and we'll do an acceleration test. Okay, so I actually ran out of room, but I did hit 21 miles per hour at approximately 30 to 31 parking stalls. So that times 8, there you guys have it. That's how long it takes you to accelerate. So now what I'm gonna do at the same starting point right here, I'm gonna go full speed in regular mode and see how long it takes me to stop. And then I'm gonna go back around again in pro mode, going about 20 miles, 21 miles per hour, and then stop at the same spot and see how long it takes me to stop. Okay, so that took me 13 stalls to stop from 16 miles per hour. So 13 times 8, there you have it. That's your braking distance going full speed. Okay, so that took me 21 stalls to stop. So 21 times 8, and there's your number, going about 21 to 22 miles per hour. So something that you definitely want to think about when going at such a high speed, especially if you're on the street and you're coming across an intersection and you got to stop. Yeah, just be careful about that. Okay, so recap of this whole review. I'm so sorry, first of all, for taking so long to get this video out. I have been sick over the last month, twice actually. I got over it for a couple of days, and then it started raining and it came back. So forgive me for that. I'll start off with the pros about the board. The wheels are a lot bigger than the original D3M, so going over little pebbles and cracks and stuff like that, it's definitely a safer ride. I like that the board has a little bit of flex in it, so it's not stiff like the lift board, but it's not as wobbly as the boosted board. The little bit of give that it has, it provides for a comfortable ride, so that's pretty cool. I really like the new remote style, the way it slides. You know, you slide your hand in there and you just hold it like that. I do wish that it came with the lanyard. You can actually just let it dangle when you need to actually, you know, pick something up or carry something. So I wish it came with a lanyard, which it does not, which kind of sucks, but it's not a deal breaker. Another thing that I like is that it came with extra rear wheels, so if the ones that I have now currently get messed up or whatever, I can replace them easily. And it seems pretty easy to take off those little Allen screws, so that's pretty cool. Also, the fact that it comes with a battery charger, not just a plug that you can plug into the board. So if you have an extra battery, you can put the adapter onto the actual charger itself and then charge that extra battery separately from the board itself. So you don't have to have the battery plugged into the board in order to charge the battery with this adapter that it comes with. So that is a plus. Okay, so top speed in regular mode is pretty decent. 16 miles per hour. That's a comfortable and yet fast. If you're a beginner, that's super fast. Trust me, it's really fast. If you're not a skater and this is your first time on an electric skateboard or longboard, 16 miles per hour is going to be super fast until you get used to it. But 16 miles per hour is more than enough for fun and just for speed overall. Also, on top of that, top speed in pro mode or with the speed limiter unlocked, and that's by clicking the power button 5 times on the remote. That is actually pretty scary because I was able to top out at 25 before I got scared and slowed down. So now for the cons of the board. My biggest and number one issue that I had with this board was that I was constantly getting disconnects. And it wasn't even when I was riding the board. I could be standing on the board, you know, with my finger on the brake, so that way I don't roll, especially when I was filming the acceleration videos. And I would go to accelerate and notice that my remote was turned off. Why it turns off is beyond me. I think if you start rolling backwards on the board or whatever and you're not using the remote, it turns it off automatically or something like that. I think it's kind of weird. Also, when I was riding in long distances, I would get disconnects as well. But thankfully, with the new built-in feature, if you disconnect from the board, from the remote to the board, you will slow down gradually, so you don't have to worry about the board stopping and throwing you off. So that is a plus. So that would be in the pro section. But as far as the cons go, the constant disconnects. Another thing that I don't like is that because of the dual built-in motors, you don't have the torque that is there in the boosted board Dual Plus. Even with the lift board dual motor, that had a lot of pickup torque, a lot of start torque to power you up those hills. This Koowheel board does do the same hills that the lift board dual and that the boosted board Dual Plus were able to conquer, but just not at the speed or at the stamina or at the amount of torque that those boards are able to, because those are external motor boards. And I think probably like the last con that I have about this board, I felt for me that it took a little bit longer to charge. I know that my boosted board didn't take this long to charge. I think if I remember correctly, it took about an hour to an hour and a half to charge the boosted board from 0 to 100. So I wish that they would have included a faster charging brick. If they could have cut the charging time down by half or something like that for quick charging, then that would have been amazing. 3 hours isn't that long, but if you're in a tight spot and you need to charge really quick, that's probably not going to be your best bet. You might want to end up picking up another battery just to have. So if you guys found this video helpful or useful in any way, as always, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If there's anything that I could have changed or anything that you want to see regarding the Koowheel 2nd Gen, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know. Koowheel has definitely stepped up their game. And if you guys are interested in picking up one of these Koowheel Koolboards, I actually have 5 on stock, and right now I have them on clearance specifically for you guys here on this channel. Link in the description below and you will automatically get $50 off the retail price. Link in the description below. It'll only be like that for the next 2 to 3 days from the time that this video goes live, so make sure to check that out. Thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We got some other videos coming through. Until next time, peace.